What's up, everybody? Justin at S&K Greenhouse, and today I am here with Miss Brandy Hayes, and she has given us the honor of touring her fabulous farmhouse. Brandy was just featured in Modern Farmhouse Style magazine, and you know that's pretty awesome. You not only have a wonderful farmhouse, but we're here today for your landscape.
Yes.
Brandy's got conifers, she's got perennials, she's got trees and shrubs, and just a great mix of things. And I'm so excited to walk down these paths, see some plants, and maybe even a couple alpacas.
Perfect.
All right, Brandy, show us what you like the most. Let's start with that.
Oh my gosh. I really, really love shade gardening. So that's in this bed over here where we do have a mature stand of trees. This property we bought 5 years ago, and it was a pine tree forest. So
It doesn't look like
it does
it.
not. So
No.
we cleared out where we wanted to have the house and the barn and left this beautiful stand of trees. And so this is really my only woodland, true woodland garden. So I have a lot of trees planted that are gonna get mature in the next couple years, but for now, I really concentrate on putting all my special things in this. I call it the birdhouse garden because I have some beautiful steel birdhouses
I noticed that.
my friend made, and I was lucky enough to get those. So polygonotums, podophyllums, erasemas, some acerums, so a lot of.
Well, tell me about your trio right here, the three skinny
yes,
trees.
so
what are we looking at?
So this is a DeGroote spire. I love adding these to the landscape because it's like a little exclamation point in the garden that really draws your eye in and then up. Because a lot of times when you have so many plants planted in a collection, that you need something to pull your eye in and up, and then you can look around at all of the different plants.
All right, Alex, the teacher's going to come out in me. DeGroote spire, that's an arborvitae.
Arborvitae.
And we've mentioned this in previous videos, but that's a western red cedar. It's in that family, and that doesn't necessarily mean it's from the west. It's from the west from a European point of view, which means America.
Right.
So that's where it gets its name, and that's what it is.
This is a specimen right here that's near to my heart, the Ruby Falls Redbud.
Yes. I
get a little
love
bit
the
close to you.
color on this. You can see this color a lot in my landscape, this dark purple and olive green with the silver bark. I love the shape and how it just trails down onto the ground. So
Not to mention early spring, the blooms.
Gorgeous.
They are wonderful.
Yes.
Tell me about your planter right here, Brandy.
Yeah, a good friend of mine owns a steel company, so
Okay. I wondered.
I'm very lucky. So I'll send them pictures that I find and say, hey, can you make me this? So I'll draw up something. They made my beautiful hoops that we'll see in the garden, and using the steel in the garden is just kind of an extra little piece of art.
Oh, I love it.
And I love these steel planters. They're going to rust over time and just, they kind of blend into the landscape.
Well, I'm impressed to have only been here less than 5 years, and the way it looks, it's amazing.
Thank you so much.
You've done a great job.
Yeah, I do a lot of amending with the soil. It all begins with the soil. If you don't have good soil, you're not going to have good plants. So
Well, you were just telling us when we pulled up that this was all red clay.
all red
before
clay.
you took over.
Yes.
And look at it now.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Piedmont of the Carolinas.
So, exactly.
Yeah, I didn't mention we're in Iron Station,
Yes.
North Carolina, Zone 8A. So
8A, sometimes I feel like I'm 7B just because in Iron Station, we are the very, very tip of this hill we have. It's 840 feet elevation. So when the wind comes through in the winter, some things that should withstand 8A get pretty beat up.
So you're in a microclimate.
I'm in a micro, yeah.
That's all right.
well, before we get too far away,
Yes.
Is that a
This is a Cusa. Yep, Cornus Cusa wolf eyes. So I had 4 of them. With a property this size, I love the availability of trialing different areas where it's going to grow the best. So this is in a morning sun on a slope. So it gets very, very good drainage. Dogwoods tend to like to be an understory tree, but this one's out in the full sun in the afternoons, but it has beautiful morning sun, shaded in the hot afternoon. But then I think being on a slope, it's really done nice. The other three that I had are not this size at all. So
now this has got my attention. Tell me about your tree down here.
yes, so I have a few metasequoias down here. This one is Sherman's, what do you call this one? The Nordic lights, right? Is what they call that?
Aurora?
Yeah.
I'm not sure myself.
So this one stays a little bit smaller, and it's got that bright chartreuse foliage.
Now these lose their foliage in the
This one loses their
winter,
foliage.
Right?
Yes.
Does it change any colors going into
No,
fall time?
no,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Gotcha.
Not for me, it hasn't. So
Is this a blue boulevard?
it is.
Oh, that's
I
I
love
have
that.
those scattered throughout my house too.
Love the color on that one.
And oh, Justin,
This is an ajuga.
look at this.
Well, so what you have in front is a beautiful blue ajuga. It's a rare one that I got from Isima. They're up in Rhode Island. But this Eryngium, I think it's blue bunny, blue hobbit. I'm not sure the exact one that I got, but it fell over. But I left it like there because I love how it pokes
We
through.
just learned about this plant.
Yeah.
I love these.
We haven't seen it before, and just getting to see it again. That's
Of all
awesome.
the tours we've done, we've never run into this, and this is 2 in a row.
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
A
Brandy, lead the
beautiful
way.
viburnum right behind you. This one is one called Copper Ridges. In the early spring, it has beautiful white blooms, and then right now you're seeing the very end of the berries.
That's what I love about
Gorgeous,
viburnum, yes.
gorgeous berries.
Did you get a close-up of that, Alex? You see? Right here.
It almost looks like a Japanese peony.
Oh, it's awesome. God, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really, isn't it?
And then in the fall, it turns that beautiful, beautiful copper. So it's a really good one to have. You need some space, but got a lot of trees on this hillside, and then it kind of gets into a little bit more of a filtered light. So I plant some more hydrangeas and some hostas, more Japanese maples. There's another metasequoia, a smaller one.
What's the one that's down this way?
So that one is a paniculata hydrangea. That one is called Yuki Gesso, or Gesso. That one is stunning. The foliage on that, I think because it does get so much shade in the afternoon, it tends to stay a lot whiter down there. And then the one up towards the house has a little bit more lime green yellow to it. But I grow a lot of plants, not necessarily for the blooms, but for the foliage.
Oh, yeah.
I love foliage.
Oh, I do too.
Japanese maples and the hydrangeas. You can get some beautiful, beautiful leaves. Variegation, of course. Yes, that bloom is awesome, but I'm obsessed with that leaf.
You know, in a shady area, that really, it's bright.
It just pops.
It's really bright.
Yeah.
I want to point out something that's not a showy plant, but I just noticed it over here. I believe, is this strawberry geranium or strawberry, heck, the name
Begonia. Strawberry begonia.
Yes, it's a ground cover. Gosh, that's not...
Saxifraga.
Yeah, Saxifraga stolonifera.
Yes.
For folks that like to know that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, the teacher comes out in me. But this is a great ground cover. It's already looks like on its way out.
On its way out.
But I love it when it blooms. It's also an evergreen ground cover, right?
Yes. For me, it does really, really good, especially in these sheltered areas. But I love the variegation on that one. And then I have another one that's more of an olive green with a burgundy backside up against the house. So that one's really cool too.
The little things like that get my attention.
Well, I think the ground covers and grasses is what really pulls all of your plants together. That's what makes a landscape all come together and look like one big piece of art versus just a lot of different plants.
Now, growing this on a slope, I would imagine, because this likes a little dampness, so is it growing okay for you?
It is. So I have irrigation. We were fortunate when we built the house, we were able to dig a really good well. And so I irrigate like crazy all of my beds.
So you're on a well here?
I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bruce,
You got to talk about
me and
that.
you, we about fell over when we seen this one right here.
Which one? The polygonatum? The variegated one?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so that's polygonatum freckles. That one is, I love the painted splattered leaf on that. It can tend to be a little bit aggressive, so I've torn it out in some areas where I'm trying to keep some collections more tidy and kept, but I love it on this hillside, how it just kind of is a backdrop before you get to our stand of pines.
Is it deciduous?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Does it change any color before the leaves fall off?
No.
Okay.
It's just, it stays like that pretty much
I-
until fall
well,
for
I
me.
love it. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
thank you. Thank you.
Brandy, I just noticed the hydrangea and what a vivid blue that is. I asked you if you do anything to enhance it, and you said no, like a different type fertilizer.
Yeah, I do not. I believe we have very acidic soil just because this used to be pine trees, so that's going to pull out a lot of the
And
acid
clay.
in
Clay can be that way.
Yeah, so, and when I plant the plants, I kind of like to see what they're supposed to be or what my soil is going to make them. I have all different ranges from a mauve, purple, white, blue. I just kind of let them kind of do their thing. You can manipulate the color by adding specific things to your soil, but I don't. That's
For those of you viewing, most of you may already know this, but in case you don't, this is a macrophylla, big leaf. A lot of people call it a mop head. These type of hydrangeas will color based on the acidity or the alkalinity of the soil. If you have alkalinic soil, it's going to be a pinkish rose color. If it's acidic, it's going to be purple to blue. And in her case, she's got very acidic
very
soil.
acidic
and
soil.
it makes a very pretty blue color too.
And then right down below, you've got some Agigareptins.
Oh yeah.
Me and Bruce are a big fan of the bugleweed.
Yes,
Bugleweed.
I love
I
it.
have it
They
everywhere.
bloom pretty in the springtime.
And here's an example. Mine at home do this after they bloom in the spring. They'll still give you a little bit of color every now and then. It's a great evergreen ground cover.
I have a bunch of different varieties of that. I love this as a ground cover because it stays so low and compact to the ground
love
that
it
it doesn't
too.
take away from your plants.
Now tell me what you got right here, Brandy. I'm not familiar.
That is a Lilium formosa.
Okay.
So Formosa lily, it gets probably 7 feet tall with these huge white trumpet flowers.
This
So
right here?
yes, yes. So, and I have them growing up against the house there in the trio.
Oh, yeah,
I grew all of
see.
these from seed. So I bought one plant 4 years ago and I collect the seeds, and so now I have them all over my garden. But this is just kind of the same application that I was using the DeGroot spires in the other garden. This does this in this garden. So I have these beautiful, tall exclamation points of the garden with these beautiful white flowers in the late summer.
Over here, Brandy, I've
Yes.
noticed you have a is this Sun King Aurelia?
It is.
So it's kind of ironic because though this is called Sun King, it actually prefers shade.
Yes.
I noticed this will burn in the afternoon sun, but
It does.
if you're looking for a good shade plant to brighten up an area, this chartreuse green on the Sun King.
Beautiful.
And then just right below it, you've got the hostas. Do you know what the variety of this
Yep,
one is?
that one is Some in Substance.
Some in substance.
Yep, so again, that can also take quite a bit of sun for people's yards, but of course hostas love shade. But those two pair so beautifully together with the colors.
I'm like a kid in a candy store right now because I just seen the taxodium.
Yes.
Is this a dwarf
That's-
baldcypress?
That's Lindsay's Skyward.
So will this turn bright gold in the fall time, or do you notice it turning?
don't
It's a
really-
deciduous conifer.
It is, so it'll drop all of its needles. Yeah, that one's a beautiful tree. It stays nice and compact.
I know we said this earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Brandy, you're such a gracious host. Thank you for being so
you're
willing.
so
to,
welcome.
And a natural. at explaining this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's my passion for sure.
You've hung around Kathy too long.
I know.
You're about
Bruce,
to tell me something I can tell.
We got a sparkling arrow Alaskan cedar.
I saw
How
it.
rare is that?
I know.
That's a variegated Alaskan cedar,
I know.
folks.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had this one for about 2 years. It did not like the spot it was in before. It was getting too much sun.
Yeah.
So I moved it over here to get a little more afternoon shade, and then I thought this drainage would help. So it seems to be liking it a lot better. So I'm really excited to see the variegation on those.
Now I have a green era weeping Alaskan cedar at my home that's in full sun.
Yep.
And it's healthy. It does well. However, it does get a lot of sun scorch.
Okay.
And I've noticed when you were at the house the other day, did you notice all the brown on that? But it still
Yeah.
looked fine. It was okay. But
So I'll have you look at mine. I have 3 up in the front.
Oh, okay.
Hot, full sun.
And they're doing okay.
It's got a little brown on it as well, so I was
Yeah.
going to ask you about that.
But I think it'll be,
Yeah.
mine is fine,
Yeah.
and I did some research on it, and they can take the full sun here
Yeah.
in our area, but you will get that little brownish,
Yeah.
dead foliage on it.
Before we move on, Bruce, you're from Aiken, South Carolina.
I know.
Do
The
you
tractor
recognize
seat.
the tractor seat plant?
Oh,
right?
yeah, I saw it right off the bat, leopard plant.
Another
Oh,
great
yeah.
shade perennial.
That's a good one.
So we're making our way down the side of the house, and Bruce, you spotted another great plant.
Tell us about it, Brenda.
Yeah, this is actually a false salvia. I love salvias because that's how I get a little bit of color in the garden. And then of course my pollinators and hummingbirds, but this one, I get a bunch of seed from people around the country, and I grow a lot in my greenhouse over the winter, and this is one of them. So this
That's
has
awesome.
a beautiful pink bloom.
Has it bloomed yet, or is
It has not yet.
Okay,
So
so
it's starting to, it'll get about 4 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Scalvia scalaria.
Oh, yes, I'm familiar with it.
I love these grasses. I like putting grass in the landscape
I
because
do
it
too.
kind of blends. This is called Mahonia sky racer. So the plume of the blades of the grass stay really low to the ground, but then you have these gorgeous little thin iridescent pom-pom plumes that come up, so it almost looks like dew in the morning. So it's really translucent.
In my opinion, this is one of the most underused elements of landscaping, but people ought to plant more ornamental grasses.
For sure. That's what ties all your plants together. Plus it gives movement to the garden.
Absolutely.
Because the wind will come in and it just makes your whole landscape come to life.
That's a great point. Artemisia, that's not what that is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I have a lot of different varieties of that.
Mhm.
I love the silver, especially up against the house.
I do too.
Beautiful silver mum ground cover with the Formosa lilies. More pops of Japanese maples.
I love the Japanese maple.
Oh yes, I love Japanese maples.
Does this one change in the fall time?
To me, it just gets more yellow. So it's got this chartreuse yellow in the spring and summer, and then it just goldens up a little bit, but it really stays very yellow.
Justin, I saw this a moment ago, and I started to comment, and we made our way down, but we're back up close to the house. It's a whitewater.
Yep.
I thought it was Carolina Sweetheart at first.
No,
but now I'm noticing it's got more white.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what caught my eye when I saw the white, and I knew it was something different. Eastern redbud. Oh my gosh! Look at here. If this
Tons
is
of
not,
seed pods.
if that's not interesting, I don't know what is. You see the seed pods on that? A lot of these ornamental redbuds, you don't see seed pods,
Okay.
or I don't.
Yeah, this one
But-
gives off a ton. You can see them all throughout the bottom here. But I have a Carolina Sweetheart on the other side. But
Oh,
this one
glad
is
to
just
see
the
it.
white and green. And so when it comes out, this is obviously all the new growth this year. So it's got the beautiful white foliage with the tinge of light lavender there. So
That is gorgeous.
this one is really, really cool.
Girl, look at you. I love you. I love your vegetable beds. And I like the cattle fence.
Yeah, just
for
the cattle
arbor.
panel.
And is this dinosaur kale?
It is.
I grew this.
Something. I don't even
Yeah,
know the
I
name
know.
of it, but I love growing that, not only to eat. I put that in my smoothies, but I
good.
love it as an ornamental plant
I do
in the
too.
garden.
I do
So
too.
I have it over there against one of my steel planters because that crinkly silvery blue foliage. It almost just looks like an elephant ear, you know? So
Well,
it's,
I grew this
I love that
through
plant.
the fall and winter at my house this past year.
Yeah.
But when it got hot, I had to dig mine up. They just
you?
melted. You've done a good job of keeping them
Yeah,
alive.
this is kind of a little nook that stays pretty shady in the afternoon. So, but it gives enough sun for the tomatoes.
Now,
obviously.
Brandy, what is this here? I'm not familiar.
That is a southern shield fern.
Okay, there you go.
Yep.
When it comes to ferns and tropicals, that's not my area
Oh,
of
I
expertise.
love ferns.
But I love that fern.
Yeah, so that one
That's
will be
pretty
a little bit aggressive and likes to take over. So I have it kind of tucked right up against the house there I didn't do a lot of walking in that area, so I wanted to just kind of fill in. So
Does it like more shade than sun?
it definitely loves shade. Shade and moist.
That's what my
Yeah.
next question was.
Yes, lots of water.
So damp and
Yes,
shade.
yes.
Okay, all right.
Over here, we're getting to one of my favorite areas because this is where my family sits in our house most of the time. We call it our coffee room. So we drink coffee in the morning and just look out at all of the plants. So I love this beautiful Japanese maple. This one's called Nebula. It has again, my colors in the garden, the beautiful olive and purple on the foliage. And looking out, I tried to just add those same colors with other plants. So you have the dark purple of the evening light Styrex, Styrex japonica, the upright form, and then mixing in the blues and the silvers. So you have a beautiful Picea pungens, the pendula, that's gonna just crawl on the ground. And then
There's like 3 or 4 things right in this area that's catching my eye. First is the procumbens. That's sort of like a weeping blue spruce, but it's more prostrate to the ground.
yes,
That's an evergreen.
I've only had that a year.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So
Hey,
I'm hoping.
don't
I
be
know.
disappointed.
I know. I mounded it up.
Yeah, well, that's good.
So I'm hoping mounding it up will add to the drainage. And I do a lot with permatil in our soil.
There you
So tons of amending with that clay because I know they like really, really good drainage.
Permatil's a North Carolina product.
It is.
It's like a slate
Itty
material.
bitty sharp rock.
Aerates your ground,
Yes,
keeps
yes.
it from getting compacted. So these
Yep.
conifers and maples are loving it.
Yes.
This is I'm not joking. This is
I
my
love this
favorite
tree.
maple, Lillian's Jewel. I actually got one of these from Mr. Maple not
Yeah.
too long ago.
Yeah.
But it's almost pink, especially when it leaves out. And as you can see, it's got the variegation to it.
Yeah.
And then this is a 9-bark in the
It
background.
is. Yes.
I love 9-bark.
I do too. So this will get covered with like white flowers. Is this one ginger wine by chance?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the other thing I seen is this a butterfly?
It
maple?
is. Yep.
Bruce, we just seen on another tour one of these,
I was thinking that
and-
Charlotte had one too.
and it's almost white. And this is strategically placed because I know they have to have a lot of shade to get that white appearance.
Yep.
But it looks like it's doing well.
Yeah, I like it tucked into the house there. It protects it. It doesn't like hot blazing sun, obviously, because the foliage will burn, and then the backdrop of the black house makes that white pop out even more. So
Does it change any color in the fall?
it does not.
Okay, I didn't think they did.
No, it just kind of that variegation is what I grow that one for.
Well,
as I can
growing
recall.
Japanese maples, I know some people that grow them only for the fall, but
Yeah.
that's really
No.
missing out.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I grow them. Well, the thing I love about like putting on garden tours like this is I have a lot of people come in the spring and they get to see all my things coming out of the ground, like my erasemas and my polygonotums and all of that when they're looking the best. And then when people come back in the fall, it's a whole different garden.
Absolutely.
So then you have the beautiful conifers that are popping, you have the Japanese maples that are changing colors. So really it's an evolving garden. It's always changing. So I always encourage
The
people,
way a garden should
come back,
be.
come back,
Well,
because it's going to look different.
I love Japanese maples in the fall, but to me, now this is me, they look spectacular in early spring when
Yep.
they first leaf out.
Absolutely.
I think they're one.
That's one of my favorites. My garden is my favorite in the spring.
This is neat.
Yes, this is the Hacken and Cloa grass. So this one is all gold. This just goes so beautifully in a shade garden because you have your ornamental grass thing that you were talking about that kind of ties everything together.
Right.
But it comes in different colors. So there's I think it's Aurelia or Aurelia. It's got more of a green and yellow. I have another really rare one called Stripe It Rich, is more of an apple green. So this type of grass is just really nice paired with all of your spring hostas.
Do you mind sharing where you found that at?
Actually, oh my gosh,
Or
I've
do
had
you
it
know?
for years.
Oh,
I got it from one of my plantsman friends that's had it in her garden in Pennsylvania. But I've even seen this at Lowe's.
You have?
It'll be a little more expensive. Monrovia sells it.
Because sometimes we
yeah.
have a hard time finding these, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can find this one, especially the all gold. That one's a pretty common plant that you can find at some specialty nurseries. Try Lowe's; they'll have them every now and then, but some
Okay.
specialty nurseries will have that one.
And we've got something blooming here. It almost
Yes.
looks like a turtle
That's
head.
a salvia.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a salvia. I think that one's called Lunar Lights, or
Have you ever heard of a turtle head flower?
no.
The scientific name is escaping me right now, but it's another Appalachian wildflower.
Okay.
If you go, they're all over Mount Mitchell.
Oh my goodness.
And believe it or not, their blooms remind me of this. It kind of has a. Don't you think that has a little bit of a turtle
yeah.
head look
Yeah.
to it? You ought to see the ones up on Mount Mitchell.
Now, is that a type of fatsia?
That is spiderweb.
Wow.
Yeah, Fatsia spiderweb. I love the variegation on that. When it emerges out, it kind of looks like these little alien fingers, but then it really pumps out the white in that leaf when it opens up, and it's balanced so nicely with the Erixa japonica right next to it. That one's called Pearl Frost. So you have the beautiful white and silvery green foliage on that shrub. It stays about that tall, so it's nice on this window that it doesn't block your view of all of these plants down in here. And then, of course, some shade. You have your beautiful Feather Falls carex, some more acerums growing along the ground, and then this gorgeous Erythema. This is called Taiwanese, so it's got this.
Brandy, I'm sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt.
no.
Tell me about this plant. This is the one that really, of all the ones back here, it got my eye.
This is a hardy begonia,
Okay.
Begonia grandis. So it's got that gorgeous backside foliage.
It's beautiful to me.
Yeah, this
love
one will
it.
have a tiny pink bloom. It also comes in a white bloom that I have down on the lower side of the property. But it just is this gorgeous backdrop for this beautiful mangave.
When does it bloom?
Late summer, early fall.
Okay, so it hasn't started
It has
blooming.
not
Okay.
started at all
Oh,
yet.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it all, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
that really
I mean, begonia,
caught my
everyone
eye.
loves begonias. But this one is great because it's hardy to our zone, so I don't have to bring it in or anything.
Girl, you so fine.
I love that purple.
I do too, that's right.
Brandy, could you tell us about this Japanese maple again right here?
Yes, this is one of my favorites. This is called PV Starfish. So I love the color, obviously the purple and olive, but the older the leaf, the more it will crinkle into the shape of a starfish. So you can kind of see it down on last year's growth down there. And this is all new, where it comes out this beautiful burgundy, but the leaves kind of roll over on each other and make the shape of a starfish. So that's a really, really cool one. I bought that a couple years ago and put them in little cute pots on the side of my house, but I loved it so much I wanted it to grow bigger, so I put it on this side.
What's the giant hosta?
That is, gosh,
It's not Empress Wu. I don't
No,
think.
that's actually drinking gourd, but I almost want to say that it's not. It might have been like a baby of one of my drinking gourds because it's not cupping like it's supposed to. So I think my hostas reseed everywhere, and so I end up transplanting them all over the place. So it's either drinking gourd or it's a little baby of it.
Brandy, let me say this. You mentioned earlier that you like foliage.
Yes.
And so do I.
Yes.
And I'm just impressed with the variation of foliage plants that you use, even though some have some blooms. But I really...
But there's so much color without flowers.
And we have stressed this in previous videos, haven't we? More people need to consider foliage plants in their landscape. Now tell me about this one. That's unusual.
That is literally a Japanese parsley.
Okay.
So it's an edible plant. You can cook with it. I love the foliage. I love the color.
So do you use the leaf for cooking?
You can.
Oh, okay.
I don't cook a lot, but you definitely can. I got that years ago at Winghaven at their plant sale and save the seeds every year. I do a lot of propagating and seed gathering every year, and then I grow my own. So
will it die back in the winter?
it will.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I like it. And you've got something else over here I like. Looks like some kind of ground cover, the burgundy foliage here.
Yeah, these are salvias actually.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
This right here is a salvia.
It's a salvia.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
Yes.
Ah, that's crazy. But I like it.
I want to say Salvia lycerta.
Okay.
Purple knockout is what that one's called.
Okay.
So again, this one just kind of set seed. So I'll just come through and I'll just rip off all the seeds once they're dry and just kind of scatter them in the wind, and that's how I get this. And then if it's in a spot where I don't want it, I'll just dig it up, pop it out of the ground, but otherwise I just kind of let the seeds do its thing.
Now, when we do videos at my house, we talk about design elements.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I say a lot in the way I like to design landscapes is to have a pop of color that's just like all by itself, and that's what you've done here with the coleus.
I love that one.
Which kind of
I think
coleus
that's
is that?
called Alabama Sunset.
Really?
I got that at
Okay.
Big Bloomers over near Sanford. I think it's. But this is my jewel box garden, so I have a lot of my treasures in here. So again, shade gardening. So I got the shade cloth that gives it extra protection during the hot summer days. But I have these beautiful erasemas that are coming out of the ground. This is Erasema fargasii, this triple leaf. I mean, you can see the size of that leaf. Another form of it, this is called the perfect wave.
I love the window boxes.
My window boxes.
I like your combination of
Thank
your
you.
window box.
I love doing color and texture. Like you said, like my garden is not one you're going to want to come to see a bunch of flowers. I don't
That's
really.
okay.
I love the foliage, and
Yeah.
that's how I kind of paint with the plants. This is another Hacken and Chloa. This is that one called Stripe It Rich. This is my absolute favorite. It's that lime apple
I like
green
how you got
color.
it on all these corners
Yeah.
right here.
Well, I kind of, tried to make it all match without being too matchy-matchy. So I might have a color combination that kind of draws your eye together. But yeah, some really special
love what
things
you've
in
done.
here. This is another dogwood. I love what this is
Do you
doing.
know the variety of
I
dogwood?
do. Let me. It's a Wilsonian.
That's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wilsonian, maybe?
Yep. Cornus Wilsonian.
We'll definitely put
White
that one
jade. Yeah, we'll look this one up. But this one's called white jade, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So
bark.
this time of year, all the bark exfoliates purposefully. It's supposed to do this. But you have this beautiful, beautiful white bark that's unlike no other. So in the spring, it has the blooms. Summer, it's got this beautiful, beautiful white bark. And then it's obviously deciduous, but I love this tree.
This plant's flirting with me.
Oh,
This is not
that's
some
a
type
tricertus.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
And it's getting ready to bloom.
Yes.
Well, I love the foliage, just the foliage alone, but I noticed it did have a bloom. What color bloom is that?
Dark purple.
Yeah.
It's got the polka dots on it. So
Oh, wow.
where this gets a little bit more sun than it actually loves, but in the shade, the leaf pattern pops more. So it's got itty bitty bitty purple polka dots on the leaf. So I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of washed out because it's getting a little bit too much sun. But you have these dark purple polka dots that really are much
that's
more
awesome.
vivid in the shade.
This is an interesting texture right here.
Love this texture.
What is this plant?
So this is bronze fennel, and I grow it from seed. I just let it kind of do its thing, and then I move it wherever I want it. But I love it as a backdrop for a lot of things because it just looks like a little plume of smoke. So it's just, it pairs so gorgeous with these like lavender blooms of the hosta. I have it mixed all throughout the garden. It loves sun, so it doesn't grow particularly great in the shade, but where I have it in the sun, it looks really, really good, and it smells amazing.
And this is an Arizona cypress that you're keeping pruned up?
Yeah, so I do, I want the same application as I have my DeGroote spires, so I trim these really hard a couple times a year because these grow a lot faster. But I just like, again, that little exclamation point. But this color, I love this ice blue color in my garden. It goes so great with so many of my purples and my greens that it's just a really nice pairing.
And Arizona cypress is one of those plants, you can prune it as hard as you want, and it responds really well.
Oh yeah, it can take it.
Check out the cones.
Now something's caught my eye over here. Is it an artichoke or thistle?
So it's in the artichoke family.
That's what I figured, yeah.
Yes. That is a cardoon. And it just went into bloom, so I'm so glad you're getting to see that because that's what people just obsess over. So you can see the lilac-y electric blue right back up there. And then that will harden and die and almost act as like a thistle or like a dandelion, and so you have the seeds just kind of scatter in the wind.
It's not an edible artichoke.
This one I don't believe is. No, this is my rising sun. I have quite a few red buds. I have forest pansy over by the chicken coop. This one is rising sun.
You've got to see these pods on this one too. Rising sun is known for its spring color when it leaves out. It looks beautiful now.
It's almost a grade.
But it's like a kaleidoscope of color in the springtime.
Like an ombre.
These are getting so hard to find also.
Yeah.
It's nice seeing that. Brandy, you were saying, we've seen one of these over in the shade garden, but this one's out in sun. You said it's a paniculata, and what's the variety of hydrangea?
Yeah, so paniculata hydrangeas grow in the sun, or prefer to grow in the sun, but this one's that Yuki Gesso, again, that you saw down on the hillside there, but it was much, much more white in foliage, so it just depends on the different type you get. Some might have been propagated off of a whiter leaf stem. This one has a little bit of the green, but then you can see on some of this newer growth, it's really, really white down in there. So starting to go into bloom.
It really pops off of your house.
Yeah, it loves it here. This is an oak, believe it or not. Quercus variegata. So this one has the variegated leaves, but it's literally an oak tree. So I have some really, really rare oaks growing in the garden.
Looking at the bark, I can tell it's oak, but I'd have never looked at that foliage and thought it was an oak.
Bruce, what are you thinking right now? I mean, is that not incredible?
Yeah, a lot of neat specimens out here, no doubt about it. And you can tell Brandy's a gardener because we're walking up on the
my greenhouse.
And every good gardener has an area that looks like this.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
This is this is where you'll find me in the winter. I propagate and grow from seed, plant up a bunch of stuff, and then I sell plants to people that come on my garden tours. So it's a nice way because people want to know where they can find it. And it's great if they can just go home with a little something from my garden.
Absolutely.
So.
I got to talk about a few things over here. One is the Carolina Sweetheart.
Yes.
This is one that, so I don't know if we mentioned or not, but Brandy's really good friends with Kathy Hornbuckle. We were at her house last year, and she introduced me to this red bud that has some of the prettiest variegation of any red bud I've ever seen. So we got this hanging out over here. And then the Baptisia.
Yeah, this one's gorgeous. This one's Dutch chocolate. So in the spring, when this is in bloom, you have those beautiful chocolate blooms paired with the barberry and the Japanese maple and then the Carolina sweetheart, it all pulls that same dark burgundy brown color together. So this part of the hillside is really, really cool.
I love the barberry. That just makes a little statement sitting right here.
Yep.
I was going to mention it a while ago, but you notice that Brandy has a lot of vertical aspects throughout her gardening, and I like that.
I do too. That's a good point.
You have this columnar growing barberry. You've got the DeGroot spire arborvitae. You've got the, well, I thought they were Carolina sapphires, Arizona cypress, whichever. But she has a lot of vertical presence in her garden or landscape. And Brandy, I think you pulled that off really well.
Thank you.
Check out this maple. I'm gonna have to read the tag on this.
This one's actually Pixie. It's not Purple Ghost. I
Okay,
thought it was
Pixie.
a Purple Ghost, but this one's Pixie. So the leaves stay really tight, almost like a Mikawa Yatsubuso, but this one has that dark purple foliage. Did you see the dragon? The
Is this Oculus
dragon?
This is another one that
Yes, so
Kathy has a huge specimen.
Hers is what, 20, 30 feet tall?
Yes.
At least. So she helped me find this because I said I have to have that tree in my garden. So it probably came from you guys.
It's a Korean pine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I, for a minute there, I thought it was a strobus.
Yep. Pinus coreanensis oculus dragon.
Wow.
I love the curl leaf on that one.
Very interesting.
It is an interesting plant.
Another application I wanted to say really quickly on this, my good friend Enta Crumbles has taught me so much about planting and manipulation with plants. So she wraps hers with twine or like the florist wire and makes them even more compact. So they stay true like a DeGroot spire.
That's a good tip.
And it is amazing. So I didn't do that with this one because I had the space for it to go a little bit wider, but in her garden she's got them just like poking up throughout and it's got the burgundy color.
So you mean just with the barberry plant or with other plants?
So she does the barberry plant specifically with that
Okay.
wire to keep them really, really tight. But
Wow.
yeah, I've learned so much from her on manipulating trees, how you can just move a branch and
Yeah.
wire it up. And so plants that are so resilient, I think we feel like, oh gosh, it's got to grow how it
Oh, no.
came from
Right.
from out of the pot. And that is so not true. You want to have it be what you want it to be.
Exactly.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Oh, I'm always pushing the envelope at my house. Is that a golden ghost?
That is actually a Zabrina.
Oh, okay.
So that's a Himalayan pine, right? Or
I think
Pinus
so.
Wallaceion?
Yes, exactly. Yes, yes, it is. I love that one. How it's got the staggering variegation on those needles. Woo!
I know. I'm just,
How good is that?
I'm just gonna stand here and hug her a little bit.
She's amazing. So I got her probably 10, 15 years ago. These special plants that you see in my garden have been to 4 different homes. So we've built, sold, stayed. So the ones that I want to keep, I've brought to every single property we've stayed at. So this one is a Ryusin.
Ryusin.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying.
How do you say it?
That's how I say it.
Right? Okay.
But
yeah.
when we pulled up, this was the first tree I seen.
Really?
Yeah, it was the first one I seen.
So it has grown probably 4 feet in the last couple years. And I keep, like I just talked about, manipulating. This is a perfect segue because I keep adding posts and tying them up to get them taller and taller and taller. So very soon I need to take the leader and just bend up the top leader and tie it and make it grow because I want it to get to the top of the downspout there. But this one is so gorgeous and it's supposed to do this. She trails along the ground.
So if this was left to its own, would it grow more prostrate?
It would be shorter and it would be much, much more prostrate along the ground. But I wanted that vertical element to be right up against the house. And again, this says you're supposed to grow it in shade. This is full direct southern exposure sun against hot stone and a black house.
Oh yeah.
So she's actually loving where she is, opposed to what the tag probably says she's going to be happy in. So yeah, it looks like a wedding gown. We named her Vera Wang.
It's funny you said that because we were just at my house 2 days ago doing a video.
Yeah.
And we talked about the exact same thing about don't pay too much attention to the tag. I mean, it's a good guide, don't get me wrong.
Exactly.
But you can push the limit.
Yeah. Or plant it where it says it's supposed to be planted, and then if it's not doing well, just dig it up and move it. Put it somewhere else. I move plants all the time, whether it's, you know, a certain time of year. I think that color combination looks really, really good. I'll dig it up and move it. And
I know we're a little far from it, but the chocolate fountain over there,
yes.
tell us.
Yes.
Tell me about that a little bit.
So that is a chocolate mimosa. I love that tree, just that splash of brown chocolate on that corner. And you missed it in the spring. It's got carpet rose underneath that has gorgeous, gorgeous itty bitty white blooms. So the white blooms.
That's the ground cover.
Yes, the ground. It's a carpet rose.
It's a carpet rose. I see
now. Oh,
yeah.
You got to see a little bit right here on the tip
of
this new growth. So this whole thing will be filled with these beautiful little white baby flowers.
Well, that's a great contrast between it and the bronze leaf.
Yeah.
Or chocolate. Now, is this deciduous?
It is.
Okay.
Yes. Not invasive like the other mimosas you see along the sides of the road.
Right.
So, but this one, it's a weeper form also. So it's nice on this corner.
That's neat. That's a neat specimen.
Thank you.
This is one of my favorite blue spruces. This is Picea pungens globosa. If you want a dwarf shrub like conifer, this one's going to get somewhere in that 3 to 4 foot tall and wide range. It doesn't really develop a leader, so it grows nice and round, and it's going to be just that blue in the wintertime as it is now. And then over here, okay, this is the blues. This is a weeping form of a Colorado blue spruce. And I love the jugga you got around the base. So this one looks maybe like black scallop.
That one's black scallop.
So we got black scallop, a jugga under the blue foliage of the weeping spruce. And then moving right here is one of my favorite butterfly bushes. Mostly because they stay pretty compact.
Yeah.
Some people are scared to plant them because they'll get so gigantic.
Yeah. This one stays smaller. This is Pugster Blue.
Pugster Blue.
But it's an intense. I've seen Pugster Blues that weren't quite that intense. Yeah.
This one's like indigo.
I do, especially on this front where I have a lot of the conifers. I actually every hole I plant in, I try to do some permatil mixed with my alpaca manure because that's like black gold. It's the best fertilizer you can get. So I think that really helps all of my plants.
Now that's not the reason you got the alpacas.
That is the reason. Yeah.
Swear.
So we lived over in Cornelius on the lake, and for years, 10 years or more, I was buying alpaca manure. So I would go to this farmer, actually they live right down the road, and I would get trailers full of alpaca manure. So when we bought this property, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Do you have to let it age for a long time?
No,
or you can use it straight
you can use it straight out of the animal, which is amazing because I go out, clean up the pasture and dump it right on my plants, and it's just loaded with nitrogen. So the plants absolutely love it. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, stop it. They're arguing over the food. Here you go. The color of your face. Oh my goodness. So So
she has a sea urchin.
No way.
2 of them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had 3, and the front one died. It got too much water. So there's one on the
Okay.
back side. I had them in a triangular pattern.
I believe that, isn't that an eastern white? Okay, it's a strobus, Pinus strobus sea urchin. I love
that
I
little
do too.
plant.
I do too.
Well, Brandy, walk us through here. This is gorgeous.
This is my favorite garden. This is the birdhouse garden, I call it, because I have my beautiful sculptures from my friend Enta that made all of these birdhouses. But it's really my one part of true woodland gardening. I love woodland gardening, so I have gathered all of these wood logs from our property and brought them into here. So I have a lot of polygonotums and aspidistra and hostas, Japanese maple, so a big combination of shade lovers tied in with all of these woodland plants. So, and then it's really highlighted around this gorgeous tree that was here on the property. It's a tulip poplar that we believe fell during Hurricane Hugo, and it's kind of like my motto in life, just never give up.
And I believe that was in '89, I believe.
Is it 89,
Hugo?
86, 89?
I
Something
think
like that?
'89.
Way before I moved here. But yeah, it just toppled over and just shot
And
up
kept
these
going.
4 liters. And so it's really, really cool. So I have
This is what I
highlighted.
call God's art.
It is,
This
totally.
is awesome. Yeah.
Well, Brandy, we have enjoyed this tour. And for you said you do make posts. And what's the account?
Yep, you can find me at Stone Falls Farm on
Stone
Instagram
Falls
or
Farm.
Facebook.
And so if you want to follow her, catch up with her there, you can find her there. We really appreciate you letting us come today.
Absolutely.
We've
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed
Yes, thank
ourselves. What we say at the end of our videos, Brandy?
Become a plant person.
Become a
Oh,
plant
that was
person.
great.